Hey, it's Paul Mosenson, founder of NewsSpark Media Group and Gainforge AI, suite of 250 AI tools for everything marketing and sales. And I'm doing some demos here. So this one is called the Shortlist B2B General. So it's not SaaS, it's regular B2B General. What we're going to do here is, in this GPT that I created, it's going to create a 15-row matrix of all elements you need for a buyer to make a decision on your website, at least to get you on the short list after all the marketing and sales we've been doing. So it's going to be a matrix. So watch how this works. Let's start. Now, as always, with all these GPTs, we're always going to ask a lot of information so we can target all that, but we're going to use my company just for an example. So we're going to focus on to get on the short list. We're going to talk about, let's say I am AI lead generation and digital marketing firm. Promoting the AI lead magnet service. Okay, let's see what happens. Thank you. Here we go. This is again a general, it's not about my website, it's just a general scenario of what you need on a website to promote that service you have. Now I use an example of mine. We talk about in alphabetical order, any website should have an about us and a leadership team. And, I have AI giving it a rating. I didn't do these ratings, but this is how I did the matrix. You have the element of a short list, a component, more info of what it means, steps to implement if you don't have it, how important is it? Again, it's subject to change. It's an AI answer. And how important is this rating rationale? So, because About Us leadership team builds trust in a competitive AI and digital marketing market, right? So it's not just, if there's a lot of sound alikes, it's still about me, for example, and what I bring to the table or your company. So you have About Us and leadership team is one category on your website. We have awards and badges, social proof. Have you won anything? Are you in any general awards or badges that you've won in the past? Things like that, recognitions. We have blogs, of course. Now, the importance of blogs, and you could say SEO and things like that, but it's your thought leadership. People are going to look at that and say, this company knows something, and I like what they have to say. So that is an element to getting on the short list because you're educating prospects. Case studies are really important. Showcase your lead magnet campaigns because that's what we're talking about here. Client logos, you've seen them a lot. Display them. It just adds some a trust signal as we talk about. Clear value proposition and headline. I mean, that's really important. You want to have a compelling headline that brings people into the rest of your website. Competitive differentiation. Customer support elements, like if there is customer support, it should be focused, whether it's chat, things like that, or just how you deal with clients. An effective call to action, of course, whether it's a demo. Again, that's what this is. Get your free AI lead generation demo today. Industry sections for relevancy. I mean, that's important if you want to target different industries and have a story about each of them. Integration, highlights compatibility with CRM and marketing automation tools. Now, that's if you're selling a product. Again, this is AI, so if I show that I have experience with HubSpot, Salesforce, that's cool. I can do that. Key features, benefits, outcome, format. That's really important, very high, because if you're talking about yourself too much, not about the outcomes you give a prospect, they're going to leave and go someplace else. Long form resources, or in general, again, do you have guides, white papers, webinars that people can look at? Not saying they're going to actually read them all the time, but again, they're looking at everything to see if this company, if your company, should get on their short list. Okay. Pricing transparency. And again, this is controversial depending on the business you're in, but a lot of people do like to show clear pricing tiers. If it's as an option. Now, it doesn't have to be, but again, I have this on the category depending on your business. If you're competitive with somebody else and they're showing pricing, and you might want to show at least a guide for it, how it works out. And then, of course, testimonials. You should have all those, including video, ideally, and at least pictures of people. Reinforces credibility. So that you can expand on this AI tool on any of these elements to further your value proposition and things like that. So if you need more information on this kind of thing, like I could say, just for the sake of conversation here, if I copy this element, I know I have a lot of third-party AI tools on these things too. You'll see them all over. So more info on key features, benefits, outcomes. So again, it'll AI is actually answering this, but it's because you never know what it's going to ask. But it's really important to show the tangible outcomes that you give to your clients. Emphasize benefits over features, and tie features to outcomes. Advanced segmentation algorithms help you target the right audience, resulting in a 30% higher conversion rate. All these kinds of things are all about me. Remember, every website, to get on the short list, it's all about the buyer. It's all about the buyer. Okay, and it tells you how to implement these things and all those kinds of things, and why it's very high performance, how to differentiate, builds confidence in decision-making process. So there's a lot here, but again, that's an example, and I have these for SaaS, I have these for B2C and e-commerce, but this is just a general B2B scenario of getting on the short list and all the things to implement on the website. Hope that's helpful. Thank you.